an infinite amount of cash at the Federal Reserve. There is an infinite amount of cash at the Federal Reserve. There is an infinite amount of cash at the Federal Reserve.
Good morning, Bitcoin. Today is Thursday, March 25th, 2021. My name is Thomas Hunt, and here's what's happening today in Bitcoin. Jack wants the entire world to know he's got a Bitcoin clock. Bitcoin could be the next domino to fall as investors rush to book profit. Market wrap. Bitcoin slips to 52K. But first, the price of Bitcoin is down 2.98% in the last 24 hours, with a last of 52,470, a high of 54,081, and a low of 50,350. That's $1 for 1,906 Satoshis. Volume was at 15,826 Bitcoins changing hands. The market continues to lean long, with 96% headed that direction. Bitcoin dominance was at 81%. 19 Satoshis for a penny. Jack wants the entire world to know he's got a Bitcoin clock. It's a $399 clock that can show you the price of Bitcoin. If you were watching Thursday's House hearing on misinformation, where Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey, Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg, and Google CEO Sundar Pichai are testifying, you might have noticed a clock-like device prominently displayed over Dorsey's right shoulder. It's hard to miss. Besides Dorsey, a window, and some housewares, it's basically the only other thing in the frame. But the device doesn't seem to be showing the time. At least I haven't seen that. It's a block clock mini from CoinKite. It shows the number of the current Bitcoin block. At the time here, it says 600,054, 454. So very cool. Jack is promoting the block clock during the congressional hearing.
Matt, can I just butt in there? The CoinKite, they've been around for such a long time, and they were the first to make like a crypto, a card, that swiping terminal, and back then, and then they made an online wallet, and they've always made really cool little devices, and I'm glad they're still around.
I hope they do well on this one. It certainly looks like something I would like. $399 seems a little high. I'd be more in the $150, $75 range, but still very nice, very classic looking. And again, on Jack, the famous minimalist's counter, you're earning your space there. So let's see. Next issue. Bitcoin could be the next domino to fall as investors rush to book profit. Yes, the price of Bitcoin is down slightly, but why? Maybe it's just down because people are selling to make profit. Many professional traders see something like Bitcoin goes up quite a lot. They sell so they can have some dollars in their account. Just seems like a totally normal thing, right, Josh?
Yeah, that's it. That's it. You got to take profits. I mean, this is what a lot of people do. The whole hodl meme, it's there to trap you. At the end of the day, people are trading it, trying to trade it at the top and buy it back at the bottom.
It seems like you think it would just go straight up like a straight line, but instead has all these ups and all these downs, and that's because people are constantly buying and selling. No one in reality has the ability just to hold on forever. People have bills and margins to cover, all kinds of things, reasons why they sell. Issue 3, market wrap. Bitcoin slips to 52K. All eyes on Friday's $6 billion option expiry. And this might be why the price of Bitcoin's down. It's time to make sure that you have some dry powder and are not overextended, said one trader. He's talking about having some USD and having some options. So depending on how the market goes. As we said earlier, the price of Bitcoin has slipped 4.77% over the previous 24 hours. The 24-hour range is between $50,000 and $54,000. Bitcoin's trading between its 10-hour and 50-hour averages on the hourly chart. Looks like it's going sideways. Josh Sigala, what do you think about the Bitcoin market right now?
Yeah, I mean, I'll share my screen here quickly. I really like these moving averages. This is a list of, it looks pretty, it looks very beautiful, but basically you're just looking at different moving averages over the different time spans. And, we're looking at the 45-minute here. What generally tends to happen is you get these bounces into these moving averages. That's why I really like them. So here they bounce once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, 7 times, 8, until it finally crosses, and then you'll get these other bounces and then it might cross again. And so once you start getting too many bounces, it'll generally swap around the other way. And we're in this weird pattern now where we're underneath, but if we change out from 45 to an hour, we start to see the same sort of similar thing here, bouncing back through. We head to the 2 hour. We've got some room to move up to bounce into it. We go to the 3 hour. We've got definitely some room to bounce back into it. And the 4 hour charts, well, of course, it's even wider. So I feel like we might be heading back up from here. You can see here on the daily, which gets very interesting, we're still bouncing into these moving averages. And what we're seeing here is we've bounced very nicely in. So that would determine that it would go up from here again, according to all the other time spans that we've looked up, saying it should bounce further in. That goes together with the fact that it tends to be looking like it's trading between that sort of all-time high of around 60K and down here at like 50, 49, 50 sort of range, and it's trying to find a place. So I'm hoping that we keep sort of pendulating between those prices for a little while, because you really want to build a nice solid floor at like 55K for a couple of months, because that really will give us this strong footing of heading upwards from there. If we kept on doing these moves, as we saw from the December 20 all the way through to 21, just cruising up like craziness, you're ready for a massive correction down to, and you just don't want that. You want, as a business that's building in this space, you want it going upwards, but you don't want it going upwards crazy, because one day you'll wake up and all your profits are gone because you got too greedy to hold. But yeah, my sentiment right now is I'm feeling like we're heading up again. We're bouncing out of this range, these moving averages. So yeah, that's my thing. But of course, the markets can be absolutely irrational now. We're not just Bitcoin anymore. We're also very much tied to the stock market. We're tied to the pumping and the dumping that's happening in the States. We've also got these stimmy checks coming out in the States very, very soon. It'll trickle through. It won't be just one day bang, but it'll be a quite large amount of influx. Of course, people will be buying vegetables and food and paying rents and all these things that they need to, but there'll be a large proportion of society in America that doesn't need the money right away. And we'll put that into stocks, shares, and of course, cryptocurrencies. So I'm definitely looking at Bitcoin to be heading back up. I think other cryptos, like especially the big names like Ethereum, will probably get some as well of that, because people want the doubling effect. It's a lot easier to move Ethereum from 1,500 to 3,000 than it is from Bitcoin from 50 to 100. So I think there is something there, but definitely the safer money in the cryptos, of course, in Bitcoin. And yeah, we'll see what happens. Thomas, when is that stimmy check going to be released? What's the word on the streets?
Like you said, I don't think it's a consistent rollout. I think it rolls out to people in the lower incomes first. They're probably receiving theirs now. It goes out to the higher incomes later. I do think it's all finished and done, and it should be on its way. But I do agree, like you said, a lot of people have rent to pay. This is not just free money. A lot of the internet seems very light about, oh, you're getting free money, you should invest it. But that's not really fair to most people who do have bills and are even behind on the bills and things like that. So we'll see how it goes, but it definitely will trickle through the society. But we're running out of time. Thanks so much to everybody for watching us. Be sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe down below. We do this most every day on the World Crypto Network. I didn't want to miss a day here. Certainly it's not morning anymore, but we're still on the board for March 25th. So cross that one off. So thanks so much for joining us. We'll be back again tomorrow. And until next time, bye-bye.